I'm Ashley Chambers. I am the Senior Vice President here at United Way of Berks County. Berks County nonprofits have been impacted through not receiving their typical dollars that they would receive. Many of the nonprofits rely on these public dollars to support food insecurity, to support housing, childcare. And so without those dollars, they've needed to reduce services. There's been increased demand on services as well, in addition to some organizations needing to furlough staff or even others that needed to close during this time. For Berks County, it means individuals aren't able to access the basic needs that keep them thriving in our community. They need to figure out how to address their food insecurity, how to get connected with housing resources that may not necessarily be there now. We know that some families experience gaps in their SNAP benefits, figuring out how to use dollars that may not be there to fulfill the need of getting food each month for their families. Individuals that may rely on childcare subsidies potentially may not be able to work because those dollars aren't available. So there's a huge impact when our local nonprofits are not able to provide those services that our families really rely on.
So during this budget impasse, our staff fielded a call from a woman in Reading, working mother with 2 children. She earns about $3,200 a month. Not bad, but her SNAP benefits got cut, and she's in need of food. And on top of that, she relied on LIHEAP to turn her gas back on and didn't have the funds to do that. So she reached out to 211. So as she was talking to our resource navigator, we identified a resource in Exeter that she was able to just get in her vehicle. She didn't have to get out. It was just a drive-through service. She could stay in her vehicle as it was early November and just get through the line, have the groceries entered into her car, and go about her day. These are individuals that they are completely to the penny knowing how to resource themselves. But having to use their dollars that they normally would use for utilities, or the case may be, to have to use that for food is just not something that, again, our community was even prepared for. We are incredibly thankful to Helping Harvest in Berks County. They have a robust website that lists the food pantries that are in the area. And so we were able to connect people to the food map. We have lots of resources in our database as well. But again, it's just one of those things that we have our housing staff and we're prepared to take housing calls. We were not quite ready to continually have to just field food referrals. I mean, to say alone in just those 5 weeks, we made, oh my goodness, 520 plus food referrals in just a short amount of time. That's something we would do in maybe 2 or 3 months, but we did that in less than 2 months, a month and a half. And to have to try to navigate folks into food pantries that are 20, 30 miles away, and they don't have access to transportation. Let's add that in there. Those were conversations that we were just not quite prepared for.
Individuals in our community can help others in need by donating their time, donating resources, whether it would be donating clothes or food to an organization in need, or even providing dollars to support some of these necessary needs. But they also could advocate for change and advocate for these resources to be available again in our community.